end of the game. The end is never the end. Or something.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in,
as
though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Whoa, that sensitivity is high. Let's turn that down just a tad. Because that is, goodness gracious, that's sensitive. That's a little better. It's still pretty fucking sensitive. That's a little better. Okay. Can we? Can I touch things? Why is that a keyboard noise? I'm not.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No, this couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Can I change that?
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
I don't have feet.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon,
I hate Mondays.
Very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
He moves really fast.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
The fuck? I'm so confused. Alright, so I still have no idea what we're doing here, so can't open that. God, what is there? I don't want mouse. Edit keys. Duck. I'm gonna make that X because I'm weird. Yeah. Take screenshot, pause game, console. Okay. Strafe. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
My door closed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? Is this the meeting room? Alright, we need to find the meeting room.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is that the meeting room? Oh, just a copier. There's so many things. Where the fuck is the... That doesn't look like a meeting room. This does not make sense.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he though? Okay. Listen to him for now. None of these doors are open. It's very bright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Yeah, Eric, I didn't know I was switching games either, but I did. Well, the game, it's called the Stanley Parable. So basically, the narrator, like, so Stanley basically is the guy that I'm controlling, and the narrator like narrates what I'm doing, and you can either listen to him or not. But like apparently, if you
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
like that. So basically, Stanley can't make decisions on his own. He does like a 9-to-5 job.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, but anyway, like
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. So the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Holy shit.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, there's a newly opened passageway apparently. What was that? Oh, I guess go down then. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized...
I want to see something real quick. Is there like field of vision? There we go. Let's raise that bad boy up a little bit. Anti-aliasing, yeah, all of that. Filtering mode, all of that. Sure, multi-core rendering sheet, yeah, all of that, yeah. Yeah, okay. Hopefully that didn't like break anything. Alright, we're still good.
He felt a bit peculiar.
There we go. That's much better.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Surfwax in the house! What is up, man? Playing some Stanley Parable.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Escape. Oh, that's a daunting choice. Oh man, we're going this way. That's not. Looks like a pretty lengthy drop there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
Holy
thought to
shit.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Go right, no left. A lot of help you are there, surf. What's that say? Employee observation protocol.
Now the monitors jumped to
Whoa.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Holy
Stanley's
shit.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Jump scare.
One of them,
I don't think this game has jump
monitored
scares,
in
does
this
it?
place
I have no
where
idea.
freedom meant nothing.
Hopefully not. What's that red one over there? Can I zoom in? I cannot. That's crazy. What is that? Pirate? Employee pirate? There's a pirate? I'm in
This
Batman's house now.
mind-controlled
Yeah.
facility, it was too horrible.
Where's
to
Morgan
believe
Freeman?
it
When is he
couldn't
gonna
be
tell me
true.
how bad this
Had
is
Stanley
and
really been under
unethical?
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
There's no such thing as too much whiskey. Too much whiskey.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
God, that's bright.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent
Hey,
his
Jordan.
entire life utterly blind to the
Technology
world?
should not exist. Morgan Freeman just
But here
doesn't.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Holy shit.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
This looks like it. Oh man. How do we dismantle the controls? Has a 3 on it. Bet there's an order that I have to do that in. That's a 5 over there. What is this? My control status offline. There's a power button over here. Let's go touch that. Where'd it go? Here it is. No? Can't turn that on. Hi, Royal. Oh man, they got the whole family here. Oh, what is that? Console disabled. 1. That's what we want. Not the power button. Well, we're gonna hit all those buttons. Why is your shit fucked up, Royal? What did your step pa turn the fucking Wi-Fi off again? Where's 4? Laptop's gonna update to Windows 10, so it's clearly of no good use to you. Oh, there's 4. I found it. I wish I could sprint. I would really appreciate the use of a sprint button. And then 5. Oh, he's out of town? That's good. You're missing out on some amazing ultra-wide Stanley Parable, which is always exciting. Alright, 5. I have no idea what this is going to do either. So... it didn't actually do anything. Awaiting input. Let's go in here. Let's go input some things. People named Stanley and parables that are in his name don't have the ability to sprint. Apparently not. Ooh,
And when at
system power.
last he found the source of the room's power,
The
he knew it was
source.
his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything
never played it? Heard of
stood
this game?
for.
By turning it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Oh my
Control?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
Sir, if you can always be
find
that
this
guy,
pertinent,
it's okay, man.
Stanley suddenly realized
buddy.
he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
No fucking
How
way.
long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
I don't believe
Now
it.
this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
I don't believe
It's
him.
your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind.
We're not
What a
turning it
shame
off.
We have so little time left to enjoy it.
Nope.
Mere
gonna
moments
keep it on.
until the bomb goes off. But
It's
what
not gonna go
precious
off.
moments each one of them is.
I don't believe him.
More time to talk about you, about me. Where
I don't
we're
believe him at
going,
all.
What all this means. I
should be
barely
on-
know where to start.
Charge.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Rude.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the
Jesus,
office
this
sink
guy's
into the
mean.
ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Red
You know
3.
what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time
red
on the
3?
clock. Why not? These are precious additional
Yeah,
seconds,
because it's
Stanley.
not going to blow
Time
up.
doesn't grow
I don't
on
believe you.
trees.
Should be
Oh,
like a
dear
red.
me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Red
Is it that
3.
you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you
That
saw
door
that
just
timer
closed?
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Oh,
What
there's
do you
a big
think
red
that,
button.
Stanley?
I
That
have
this
3
video
attempts
game can be
remaining.
beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I don't, man. I don't have any idea. This guy's fucking
Stanley.
crazy.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler
It's
for
not a
you.
red 3.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Where's the red 3?
It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
I don't
You're
believe
only
it.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
I don't believe him.
This
Are
is
we
not
gonna?
a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Are
You
we-
wanted to control this world, that's
Is
fine.
he lying to me?
But
I don't
I'm
even
going
know.
to destroy it first, so you can't.
Press any key to send power surge.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
What is
Another
going on?
choice.
Is it
Make
really
it
gonna
count.
do it?
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part
8,
of the joke.
7.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the
Oh,
moment
3.
you fade in
Did we
until
just-
the
did we
moment
just
I
die?
say, happily ever after.
Okay, he might not have been lying. We might have just lost. Alright, well, that's not how you do that, apparently.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Alright,
he had never
then.
been trained for that. No.
Don't turn it on and leave it on,
couldn't
guys.
go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Where is Ferrex? I don't know where
And here I can
Ferrex
be
is.
happy forever.
He's
I will
not
be
in the
happy.
stream.
Stanley waited. Hours passed.
Is he online?
Then days. Had years gone by?
There once was
he
a
no
man
longer
named
had the
Stanley.
ability to tell.
Not anymore,
But the
because
one thing
he
he
just
knew
died.
for sure, beyond any doubt,
Apparently we got blown
was
up by
that if
a
he waited
nuke.
long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
God,
He
I
will
have to
be
fucking
spoken
wait
to.
for him to
He
stop
will be
talking
told
again.
what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh my god. Alright, there we go. I miss him too, Jordan. It's alright, we'll see him one day. Alright, is he gonna say the same thing as last time?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did,
no,
it
he's
stopped
not.
shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oh, it's bright. Huh. Okay. Oh, did I disable? Hold on, I gotta see something real quick. Yeah, that's right, I disabled that. Let's do that. Because it was... Oh, well, oh, nope. Okay. Sorry about that. I was getting a little bit of tearing because I was like at 300 fucking frames. Okay. Looks like it's still fucked up, Royal. I don't know what's wrong. What am I supposed to do now? Username access. Alright. That just turns that off. 420. Blaze it. Let's go this way. So, I do know...
When Stanley came to a set of two
Okay.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I went that way last time. Let's go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So many doors that aren't unlocked.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
tweeted him?
constructed room.
Alright.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I wish I could drink it all in. There's nothing to drink. Empty coffee cups.
But eager to get back to business,
Oh, my
Stanley
leg
took
itches.
the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left. So should we just like not listen to anything he says again? Cause that was exciting. Is it green? Is what green? Alright, you guys decide. First person that says left or right. Which way are we going? Left for here, obviously, and right for... I guess right is technically straight, but... Should we listen to him, or should we not listen to him? Oh, Royal screen. Alright, Eric said left.
And
He
so
won.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ooh. Alright, now that's another option. Can we go... Should we go down? Or straight still? Alright, next. Down. Yeah, you guys decide, like... I'll wait. I'll let you guys decide what we do.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, left.
Well, we don't have an option here, so...
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My
Just
mistake.
kidding.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute?
Fuck. He's looking for which direction.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Just waiting on you.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely
There
this
we
way.
go. For Royal. Such a sweet guy. He's just a good guy.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to
So hilarious.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Stop.
From the top.
No. God damn it. Alright, so do we have to listen to him then? Because he keeps fucking sending us back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When
Door on my
Stanley...
left.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
What?
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
What the
It
fuck?
was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh my lord. Alright, you guys decide. I don't think I can jump, so I can't go through that way. So pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the direction we will go. He ducks really low. Alright, Eric goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll say it.
You gotta be
This
quicker
is the
than that,
worst
Royal.
adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game
Technically,
again?
4 and
Well, I
5.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over
4 and
again.
5 was the
It's
same
got to be better
door.
than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
Oh,
not?
he's gonna start me over again. Oh my god. Why's the light off now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse.
Oh my
I might
god.
be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Oh my
Why don't we
god.
go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I think we broke the game. I definitely think we broke it.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
Fuck.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. What the hell? Is that blood?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
What
Is this
the
the
hell?
story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good
Oh,
job.
that's funny.
Oh, no.
That's
No, I don't feel right about this at
No.
all.
I did
We
not
both
win.
know you didn't put in any
Oh.
actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
All right. There's a fucking line on the ground. Oh, it's hilarious.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
That's hilarious.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This is a different direction, though.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
You're
Or
right,
to
it
put it
would.
another way, is the story of no destination
What the hell?
still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Oh my
Whoa, whoa,
god.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Existential
Hang on.
crisis much?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
This is
You know what?
ridiculous.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That's a good idea. Was I supposed to turn the music on? Is there like a... Is he not gonna play music? This is ridiculous. Monthly ledgers. What the fuck is this line doing? This is amazing.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that
Oh wait,
fern.
I forgot I turned the music off.
Stanley, this fern will be very...
Probably should turn that back on. Hold on. Turn the music to like there. Alright.
very important later in the story.
Alright.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's a fern. Well, I mean, should we like count the leaves? We studied it, you know, pretty carefully.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Screenshot. Oh, I should have screenshotted it. It's too late. We've gone too far. Oh. Oh, man. We're gonna have to start over again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been
damn
through,
it.
you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, Jesus. This is fucking hilarious.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
We
Something
can.
exciting.
Let's
daring,
do it.
Mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
I like
Why
your
don't
style.
we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Now we're friends. We're on the same side now.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
It's a dead
What
end.
do you want our story to be?
It's a fucking
Go
circle.
wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready
hell?
for it.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, no, not you again.
Fucking line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Just don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Hey.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
It
How
is.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
Okay.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each
Walk in
door
circles.
has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right
I don't know.
is the
I
correct
feel like
one.
it could be. It
Another
could very
victory
well
for
be a
logic.
fucking
Come,
experiment.
Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
The confusing ending. I've been playing this confusing
Hold up,
engine.
what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
After a long
So
time,
now,
Stanley
according
dies.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
This is hilarious.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I
Stanley
get to
attempts to
decide?
play the story but
Why
is
don't I
prevented.
get a
Unable to
say
go
in all
anywhere or
of
do
this?
anything, the
Is
game
it
restarts
really?
on its own. Find the
No,
line
it can't
again.
be.
Begin following the
I don't
line.
want
Find
it
an
to be.
identical replica
I
of
don't
the
want the
office that
game
is
to
begun to
keep
deteriorate.
restarting.
Attempt to
I
make
don't
up a
want to
story.
forget what's going on.
Narrator
I
restarts
don't want
the
to be
game.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
Is
Did we
there
break the cycle?
is there
The,
one where it says
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
both
You know,
both
I
doors would
suppose
have
in
led in
some
here
way
anyway?
that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination
Really?
or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? I have no idea what's going on. What's wrong, Royal? Is this still
When
not
Stanley
working?
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did it start over? What happened? Oh my god, you missed so much, Royal. We didn't listen to it. We got blown up by a nuke.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
We didn't
hoping he
listen
might
to it
find
several
an answer
times.
there.
This is the first story though that we did so far.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud.
It's like
to
2805, I
nobody. He
think.
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's
No.
desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind
Not that.
paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was
2405?
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose
Nope.
be?
I don't remember.
In fact,
I wonder if
this
he's going to change
keypad
the code.
guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his
I
feet.
do not remember the code.
And so the
Eric,
boss
do you
had
remember the
assigned
code?
it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
I was really
But
close.
of course, Stanley couldn't yet
Did I
incredibly,
die?
By
I
simply
didn't
pushing
technically
random
die.
buttons on the keypad, Stanley
The
happened to
narrator
input
restarted the
correct
game several
code by sheer
times.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
But this is the same thing he was saying in the very first story that we played. I did win once. Eric's correct. The narrator did tell me that I won one time. But then he was like, "No, I'm just kidding, you didn't really win." Escape this time? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Should we keep going?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Should we turn around or keep going?
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I mean, that definitely looks like a death. Should we go down there? Should we do it, or should we go back? Oh, that's a tough decision. We could jump. We can go back. You guys decide. Do I jump? Leap of faith. First try. Look who didn't die. Well, I guess we haven't died yet.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his
best kickflip yet.
Loss.
I'm gonna duck and see if that does anything.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
What?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. Well, we're not dead.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
This is fucking strange.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Did I-
death becomes meaningless,
Credits?
making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What the fuck? Oh my god. Stanley's computer. It's like a fucking... The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. This is amazing. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved out and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Filing cabinets. The two doors. The set of two doors open, or the set of two open doors is the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradictions room. This is amazing. The office. All those doors are locked. The button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Huh. That's amazing. The credits. Okay. Office computers. Just turn them off. Interesting. What's this way? This is amazing. Boss's office. This is just like a... What is it large? This is just like a museum of the game. What is this? Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice.
That's amazing. This is hilarious. I think we finished it. Employee lounge. So my question is, freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go back down that hallway in just a second. I want to see what's this way. I think it's just his office. Yeah, it's just his office. There was a big on-off switch down this hallway.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I can't see
No,
anything.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Oh my god. Is he gonna start over? I think you missed that, Eric? Oh my god. How you picked the worst time to go away. What part, where did you leave? Yeah, Royal, I'll be on tomorrow for sure. What part did you miss? I'm pretty sure it's just done. I can't do anything. I was walking down reading the things, and then I went into this big room that said the Stanley Parable, and it had on off. She talked again, and then you left. You come back, it's black. So basically, it said the Stanley Parable had an on-off switch. All right, and she's talking about how, like, can't you see how much they need each other? And I hit the on-off button, and then it sends me back into the conveyor belt thing. And then it was like, bye, Royal. And then it's like, you can save them. You can, you can take, like if you keep going, you're going to be living somebody else's life. Blah blah blah. And it says just hit escape and quit the game, and then you're fine and you don't have to do it anymore. And I didn't. And then it killed me. And then now it's black screen. So yeah. That was it. That was the game. Well, I guess that was that one ending. Man, that's crazy. Here you guys can see, yeah, the ultimate sacrifice. Here you guys can see what I see on the overlay. This is the overlay, by the way. I'm gonna go get another beer and let's do that again. Let's just listen to him the first time and like. Let's see if there's a different ending that we can get. So you guys don't go anywhere. I'm gonna grab a beer and then let's do that again, because that was interesting. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's do that again. That was very interesting. All right, begin the game again. Hopefully this time we'll get a. I mean, we're sure to get a different ending.
This is the story of a man
Click
named
to skip.
Stanley.
Alright, so let's do this so he
But
talks.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Alright.
What if he had to make a decision? What if
So,
a
I
crucial
think this
outcome
time
fell under
we
his
should just-
responsibility? He had never been
I want
trained
to say
for that.
we'll just
No.
listen to him and do everything.
This couldn't
see
go
what that
anywhere
ending is.
except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
That was hilarious.
They no longer
though.
had
That
the
was
ability to tell. But the one
very
thing he knew
strange.
for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
All right, so we're gonna actually listen to him and do what he says this time. So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
We're gonna go to the
Perhaps
meeting
he
room.
had simply missed a memo.
left door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then up the, well, this is the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wonder if the narrator knows that I've played this game before. That would be
The
weird.
moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
That's hilarious. Sorry, we were going too fast. We gotta calm down. Slow it down, boys. Slow it down. Slow it down.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
All right. Well played. Definitely well played. That was hilarious. Oh, excuse me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm really interested to see what like the ending is like if we just listen to him.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
There's the
many
door that we came through
individuals
earlier.
reduced to
That's
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What does that say? Beep. Something beep. Error. Something. That's funny. It's very, very bright in my eyeballs.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
That's a very
control?
bright light.
Never.
Good night, Jordan.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
All right,
But
so
here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
Look up there.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
There's another
And as the
door up
cold
there.
reality of his past began to sink in,
Is that a ladder?
Stanley decided that
No.
this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human
I wonder
life.
how we get up there.
For he would dismantle the controls
42001.
once and for all.
4-2. There's a lot of. Wait. What do these numbers mean? Gotta mean something. I'm sure. But let's stick to it. Awaiting inputs. So let's turn it off and see what happens.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright, here we go. Is that it?
Blackness
Oh shit.
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Something.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
So this must be the freedom
Freedom
ending.
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Is that the is
But
that
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
interesting?
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps
So what now?
the only thing worth knowing.
Is he just gonna
Stanley
walk around?
stepped through the open door.
Is the power button still here? No.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
This is a much different ending than before. I beat the game. Yeah, it's the freedom one. I actually just got the achievement, beat the game. Alright, so interesting.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
I'm not
just
sure
to
why it's called
admire it.
Parable either.
Wow. Yes, this room. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, so we went through that last time. Let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This is new. Warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
Oh
plunged
god,
to
that's
his death.
hilarious.
Good job, Stanley.
I think that's a
thinks you
good
are
spot to
very
end.